what inspires me daily.
Proudest moment so far.
What's your name? What do you do?
My name is Peter O'Keefe, and I'm the ethnic minority because I come from New Zealand. So there's only 4 million of us when there's 70 million over here. So we actually help business owners make more money and actually get their time back. We do that by our masterminding with our clients and our customers.
Could you tell us about the first time you ever tried to start a business?
Oh man, yeah. Business is hard. However, you've got to have that P word, which is perseverance. And it was just that grinding through the hard yards. The first 12 months were really difficult. After that, it got even more difficult. So don't think it's going to be easy, okay? But if you stick at it, it does work. And believe in yourself.
What was the first thing you ever sold? Did you ever sell anything in that school or as a kid or university or anything like that?
First thing I sold was Christmas trees. Okay? A cousin of mine had a farm down in New Zealand, and he had all these Christmas trees there, which were pine trees. So I said to him, let's sell these and we'll make some money for Christmas. So we cut down all these trees. That was about 4 days of work, which was hard work. Took them up to a place called Auckland, which is where we lived, and we sold these Christmas trees. We made about $700, which was fantastic. Covered our expenses, got Christmas presents for myself and the kids, and that was my first foray into business.
What did you want to be when you were a kid?
I wanted to be a pilot and got my pilot's license. Really enjoyed it. In fact, even got my aerobatic rating, which was really good because when I took young ladies up with me and I'd do a barrel roll or a loop, they'd put their hand on my knee. I was absolutely ecstatic. But realising that airline flying was sort of quite boring and laborious and I wanted to be my own boss, I thought, no, I need to venture out and run my own business.
What's been your proudest moment as an entrepreneur?
In fact, just recently, we were 4 days away from leaving the UK and going back to New Zealand. So much so that we'd sold our house, we'd sold our business premises. We had the container all ready to go for our furniture. We'd sold all our stuff. And on the Friday, the container was coming and we were gone. We had a one-way flight back to New Zealand. We had a chat with a friend of ours over dinner on the Sunday night. And he said, you're not going back to New Zealand. And the reason you're not going is the fact that you guys have served over here and I've chatted with your clients, your customers, and you've just done an amazing job. I've read your testimonials. You need to serve in England here. To go back to New Zealand would be the worst thing. And we decided, Jason's right. We have got a good reputation over here. We built it up. Couldn't get the business premises back. We could get our house back. We couldn't get the stuff that we'd sold back. But we got a return ticket to New Zealand for an extra £110. So that just showed it was meant to be. So we came back. We've now started a new business about 6-7 weeks ago, and that's going really well. And that's, in answer to your question, just that perseverance of having the guts to have a go if you think things are really tight, to carry on. Because once you get over that hill, it's a lot easier. Don't be scared not to have the go, because it's better to fail and not make it than never have a go without trying. That's the worst thing you can do. So always have a go.
What do you say is your strongest character trait?
Probably two: ethics and integrity. You must have integrity in business to do what you say you're going to do, even if it's going to cost you money, and ethics to always be on top. Because when it comes to money, it's so many people will commit fraud to try and get ahead. If you say to someone, this is what I'm going to do, you actually must do it.
What's the most money you ever lost or made in a single day?
Oh, that's an embarrassing one, because I have to admit that I lost £60,000 one day through stupid investing. Okay, I was money hungry, thinking I'm going to make a killing here. Invested the 60k to someone who I thought was legit, lost it. Invest in people, but in people that you trust and know.
You've just been given £1 million. What do you do with it?
So the first thing is I sit down with my wife. Once we've decided what we're going to do with it, the first 10% for us is we tithe. We give it to charity, the church, because the £1 million isn't ours. It's been given to us by what we term our God or the universe, whichever you want. Then we look at investing. We invest the money properly. We seek advice, because we don't know everything about investing. So it could be in shares, it could be in property. And we'd probably just have a very small bit where if we'd had that £1 million, then we just head off, we'll have a holiday and a drink.
Do you think capitalism is evil or good?
I think it's great. And one thing we don't do over in England here is talk about money. I don't know why. Money is so important because money either helps us to do the things we want, or if we don't have money, we live in poverty.
What do you think is the most difficult or challenging client or customer you've ever dealt with?
It's someone who wants everything for free and they're not prepared to invest in themselves. Simple as that.
Do you have many of those kind of people come to you?
We used to when we first started in business, because we would be helping the sick and the injured. Now we've actually looked at who our avatar is, our ideal client, and that's who we go after. All right? That's who we can really help successfully. And the people that are prepared to invest in themselves, we can actually invest in them as well. Give you an example, a client of ours recently, he's adding another £46,000 onto his bottom line per month. Now that doesn't probably mean anything because it depends, you could have a really huge business and £46,000 is here or there. But what it is, it's a 27% uplift in his bottom line. With that extra 27%, that 46K, he's able to invest back into the business, but also he's able to invest in himself personally and have the money to do the things that he wants with his family.
Would you say you've been scammed or conned?
That's another embarrassing question. Yes, I have. Yeah. And you know, the thing is, I like to think of myself as being savvy, but I got caught out recently as well. Got scammed and I think, how did this happen? I'm a bright enough man. So really be careful out there. It's so easy to get scammed and you tend to think, well, you hear about other people, it won't happen to me. As soon as you have that attitude, it's gonna happen to you.
What do you think has been the most difficult part of your entrepreneurship journey, and what did you learn from that experience?
I think the most difficult part is the time. In business, it takes time where you've got to invest in your business, you've got to invest in yourself. These people say that you're going to get rich quick overnight. Doesn't happen. Someone says that to you, run as fast as you can away from them because they're probably going to scam you. It takes time to actually build a business, to be an entrepreneur.
What's your biggest insecurity?
Probably money. Ensuring that you have the money, because it's not as though you're getting a check every month for X amount of pounds, right? Some months are lean, some months are really good, and it's a case of having that the fortitude to realise that when the lean months happen, there's a saying that I have, 4 words, this too will pass. So when you've got a lean month, you realise this too will pass. When it's going really well, remember, this too will pass. So be aware of that. So money would be the biggest insecurity, I think.
Beautiful. What is the hardest thing about being an entrepreneur?
Believing in yourself and starting. 95% of getting started is psychological. The other 5% is doing it. So get your top 2 inches working, believe in yourself, and then go and do it.
How much money does your business make a year?
So the previous business, we were making about $250,000 a year. This new business we've now started, and I think we've made $23,000 in the last 6 weeks. So.
Did you start 6 weeks ago?
Yeah, when we came back from New Zealand.
Wow.
All right, so, and again, I suppose it's like, because we've done it before, we've got an idea as to how to do it. So we got stuck in again.
What do you think is the biggest mistake entrepreneurs make?
Not getting advice and not getting coached.
What inspires you daily?
This is going to sound really cheesy, but it is absolutely the truth, and it is my wife. Woman brings such fluidity and knowledge to any business partnership. And there's things that my wife will see that I haven't even thought about. And when she says that, I go, oh, wow, where'd that come from? So the greatest inspiration is my wife. And then I also have a coach, and he is second.
Do you think poverty is a choice?
I say that there's sometimes that people get into a situation where poverty overcomes them, and it is difficult for them to get out. But some people have a poverty mindset or a poverty mentality, and they just spiral down because they won't ask for help, or they won't actually try and help themselves. I think it is up to us, because we're the 5th richest economy in the world, is when we see people in poverty is to help them. Don't put up with their bullshit, don't put up with their crap, okay? Help them to get their mindset right, to pull them out of where they are.
Do you ever take on debt to get started?
Yes, absolutely. All right, and there's good debt and there's bad debt. Bad debt is when you get some debt to go on an overseas holiday. Good debt is when you actually take it to actually invest into the business to make you more money. Learn the difference and don't get more debt than you actually need.
Can I ask how much debt you took on to get started?
33,000. That was dollars, and that was back in the 90s, which seems paltry now, but then it was huge. We paid that back within 2 years.
You become the leader of the world. What's your first action?
My first action would be to pray for wisdom and knowledge to actually make the world a better place.
What's the most embarrassing or crazy thing you've done for money or business?
I went out and busked to get extra money to come in. We were really tight at that stage, and I went out and I started to sing on the street. Now, if you know me, A, I can't sing, B, I'm tone deaf, I'm so out of tune, but the great thing is I got money because people felt sorry for me. Well, I'm sure that's what it was. But again, because we were really tight on money, I needed to do something. So instead of waiting for it to happen, I thought, stuff it, let's go out and just try something. That was really embarrassing.
And a last word or saying a quote or anything like that you feel like might inspire someone out there.
Okay, if you've got a thought and you've actually looked at starting a new business, you've done your homework and you believe it is the right time, just don't go and wing it. But if you believe it's the right time, do it. Go out and believe in yourself. Keep breaking through, smash that barrier, go through that concrete wall, because I guarantee you it's gonna be hard. And sure, you get a coach or someone who can help you as well to actually help you with your mindset to go through there.